We only had a few of these crazy moments this week.
This is Rio. She's a beautiful red-tailed hawk that we're training to be a falconry bird.
Last week our goal was to get her to jump from the perch to my glove. It took a few days, but we were able to successfully get her jumping. In fact, she did so well that it was time to take off her leash and see just exactly how far she could jump while still inside the chamber.
And she did fantastic. She was very responsive and wasn't very distracted by the noises going on outside.
We spent one more day working inside the chamber before we decided to move outside where there's a lot more distractions going on. When we finally got outside, it was like starting over again. My main goal was to just get her jumping from the perch to my glove, and I was actually surprised at how focused and responsive she was. Occasionally she would get distracted by a plane flying overhead or other noises in the backyard, but overall she did absolutely amazing. After training, we relaxed and hung out inside the house for about an hour or so.
Because the next day we were stepping up her training and putting her on the creance,
which is really just like a longer leash that gives them a little bit more freedom of movement and the ability to fly further. And of course, Rio had to test out just how much freedom she had. Not once, but twice.
But for something that she's never done before, 2 times is not that bad.
Throughout her training, I reward her with a tidbit, which is just a small piece of meat. And in this case, I'm using quail meat. But at the end of her training, to reward her for a job well done, I like to feed her up with a larger piece of meat.
There were a few hiccups here and there, but overall training went really well this week. Next week, we're going to focus on flying her even further on the creance, and we'll start lure training.